We're playing a video game. But what game do I play today?
Maybe, maybe, this? I mean, like, no. Just gonna leave that there.
Well, that sucks. Cedric, any idea what to play here? Cedric, we've been through this before. You're supposed to talk to dialogue here. Fuck it. Well, there's nothing here. Mainly because this is a bookshelf. Time to go to the game shelf. Alright then, what game should I play today? Can't find anything. Well, what am I gonna do? Maybe I should just get a job. Well, this episode's bugging. I mean, what here can we play? We play. We play!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
TerryByte.
Remember when the Wii came out? What game just dominated everyone's mind back then? Wii Sports. Now, Wii Sports was an awesome game that really highlighted the Wii's motion controls. Very limited motion controls. But regardless, I and many others poured a lot of time into these fairly simple minigames which were literally just swinging a Wiimote around. We had tennis that kicked ass, baseball that was pretty fun I guess, god damn it! Bowling, which is pretty fun as a party game, golfy that was surprisingly engaging, and boxing that was basically as spammy as you can get. We thought this was the future of video gaming before we found out, oh god, this is the future of video gaming.
Whoa.
Wii Sports was a great party game. I mean, think about it. It's a bunch of people swinging wildly, acting like idiots in the same room, having a grand old time. What better way could you have fun? And that's what the TV ads were definitely going for. But there was a problem here. The Wii only came with one Wiimote. Great!
And so you had to get another Wiimote, otherwise you felt like the biggest loner playing tennis by yourself. And then, you saw a game, bundled with the Wiimotes.
Oh my god, what?
Wii Play! I bet nobody would have bought Wii Play if it wasn't bundled with the extra controller. I mean, look at the box art here. It's just pure art. It's a fish. Is that a Jesus fish? But is it actually good? I mean, Wii anything is a little bit dodgy in my opinion, but if Wii Sports can be great, then so can this. On the other hand though, it could be as horrific as Wii Music.
Wii Play consists of 9 minigames that all have one gimmick. I put gimmick in quotation marks because I don't think it really shows much. You see, while Wii Sports was all about movements and having a grand old time, Wii Play is about pointing. Well, okay, that might be unfair to say, but it just seems strange that all the minigames are much simpler than Wii Sports, and that's saying a lot when you got more basic than this. So the first minigame is a basic shootout with tributes to Duck Hunt and all that old stuff that I forgot the name to. It's fairly fun, although the shakiness of the aim reticle does cause you to miss at times, and it really makes me want to play with a good old fashioned light gun instead. The next game is a puzzle game in which you have to complete objectives to move on. Find 2 of the same, find 3 of the same, find odds one out in a time limit and increasing difficulty. Honestly, this is more fun than I remember it being. Maybe it's because I'm older and wiser. But this is honestly incredibly engaging just because it does really get challenging, and some of these challenges are pretty ridiculous. You want me to what? Table tennis. Got nothing to say here really, except Captain Falcon decided to join us. That's cool. Next we have this minigame where we have to rotate the Wiimote to fit your Mii into certain shapes. It's quite challenging and at its core, it's pretty fun. Although, why are there such stock photos in the background? I don't mean there's a Nintendo logo or a Mario mascot in the back, I mean it looks like someone just looked up stock photo on Google Images and then chucked them in. Now you could argue that it gives it a cute, simple charm, and yeah, I can see that. So, I have no argument really. My god, this is a bad video. But seriously, it's quite an easy minigame and oh my god! Ah! Next is air hockey. Well, not really air hockey. More like a paperclip split in 2 became infected with nuclear waste to have a neon glow battering around a golden pineapple ring straight out of Red Rooster on top of an electric stove that is off. Hockey. And I'm bloody awesome at this game. Yeah, 10 out of 7. Next is Paul. And this game requires actual movement of the body.
I know, weird, right?
You aim, and shoot. Simple stuff, right?
Of course not. It's the bloody Wii.
Nothing is ever simple on the Wii. You can try all you might, but you will never, ever hit the ball on your first go. The game just doesn't register you jutting the Wiimote forwards, and you just sit there jerking the Wiimote more violently than usual. Next is the most hardcore minigame ever. Fishing. It's your basic Animal Crossing style fishing, wait for the bite, reel it in, except, man, these visuals are so adorable. The paper style is so goddamn cute, look at it all. Next is this cow game. Everything is made of yarn, but unlike Yoshi yarn, this cow looks absolutely terrifying. I mean, look into its eyes. You know it's seen some horrible, disgusting things in its life. Well, actually, with the way we treat cows, I wouldn't be surprised. Basically, you have to run back from the fields, knocking crap over to get them back to the farm? Looks like a slaughterhouse to me. I mean, this game could be more fun if there were more levels or it was just a little bit longer, but honestly, it's just so short and the course doesn't change. Not much to this except knock scarecrows down. Oh, and jump endlessly during the results screen. Look at me, so silly. Oh, you silly cow. And the last game is Tanks, which is the only game that requires a nunchuck, which means everybody who plays this game goes,
Oh, god damn it, where the hell's the nunchuck?
Now, if you thought that the paper fishing game was cute, take a look at this. That music is so damn adorable, I could just eat it all up!
And it shows that warfare can be all fun and games as long as you put that music on top.
But don't get me wrong, much like every cutesy Nintendo game, this is secretly one of the most stressful games in the library as well. These tanks are pretty smart. They will try to rebound shots off walls, and some of them have super fast missiles. So honestly, this is one of the best minigames in the collection, but still, it's not enough to really hold my attention for too long.
So yeah, this game isn't bad by any means. It's not that good either though. I mean, the games themselves are pretty casual and they don't have a party factor to them. And when the most interesting and entertaining thing in this game is this,
But seriously, you can buy this at any store for like $3 probably. And some of those games are fun for a good 30 minutes. The find a person, tank, and maybe the shooting minigames could be worth that alone. If you're next to a semi-adequate cafe, spend your $3 on the game. But if it's next to a really great cafe, buy a coffee. Coffee's actually $4! You can't afford that without inflation.
often in video games, there are really cute characters. So, here's a list of 10 of them. Original. Are we starting yet?
TerryByte.
You know, I've been playing Having Discussions While Battling Simulator on my 3DS a lot, and you know what? It's a pretty darn good game. I'm not particularly far, but I enjoy my time, and I love the gameplay, the creative as sin setting, and the absolutely marvelous music. The story is gripping, and the characters are all charming and likable.
And then there's Ricky.
Ricky's friend, right? Hum clever. Ricky live to serve.
I can't deny it though, Ricky is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Look at him! Look at him! He's a fat, perfectly spherical fluff ball! And he dances! What's not to love here?
Come, new friends. Ricky's adventure begins.
Oh yeah, that. I'll admit, Ricky is number 10 because his voice does start to wear you down. One of Weird Face Simulator's best traits was its voice acting, but Ricky?
Okie dokie, Shulk.
At first, I was like, oh, what an adorable voice. But only 5 minutes later, I was like,
Charles, what we do? Ricky can win by himself. Ricky, stop. Ricky is full of happy.
I would put another Noppon on this list apart from Ricky, but he's the only Noppon that has actual screen time and voice. Well, apart from... No. But Noppon World Simulator is one serious romp, and having this cute crap on the screen just gives the game that lightness it needs. And Ricky shows that you can be super annoying, but being a cute mofo makes it all tolerable. God, I'm shallow. Often, there's one sidekick in any show, movie, or game that is designated as the cute one. They don't have any other role other than to be adorable and comic relief. That's certainly what I grew up with, and by God was I surprised when I found a sidekick that was funny, smart, useful, and cute. And that character is Clank. Oh, come on, I thought that was a great choice. So why is Clank just so damn adorable, in my eyes? My small eyes. He's so smart, yet socially awkward. He's a tiny robot with large green eyes and so oblivious to common sense. He's clumsy, got an amazingly cute walk cycle, he has a James Bond line of movies, he has a helicopter out of his head, and he's a goddamn backpack. I wanted to cuddle Clank when I first saw him get his first bit of screen time with Ratchet. The banter between the two is what makes Clank absolutely lovable. He's not as cute and cuddly as Ricky, but inside his metallic shell is an adorable little guy who just wants to see the world with his friend Ratchet. And hey, how is that not worthy of a spot on this list? Oh yeah, and if you disagree with this one, then you're a dick. At first, I was gonna put Sakura from Pocket Fighter at number 8, or Super Gem Fighter, whatever, basically the cute recreation, not the actual version. But I realized I was cheating a bit, because that's not her original design, and in the wide spectrum of fighting games, there weren't too many cute girls. Sure, there was sexy, voluptuous, jiggly wiggly women, but nothing cute. Oh well, I think I'll just give up. Whoa, wait! Alyssa! Now how could I forget Alyssa? This flower-donning, pink-haired little cutie pie with chainsaws for hands. Fuck yeah! There's an innocence to Alyssa that makes her adorable. Maybe it's the fact she is so polite. Maybe it's the fact she can fly around and detach her head. Maybe it's the fact that at the end of the day, she's cute. Not hot, not sexualized, but just a cute girl who can kick ass. Who doesn't love that? Kingdom Hearts is a game that blew me away when I got a PS2. It was a game I came in with low expectations. I mean really, if you saw a commercial for this, would you really be excited about a boy that has a key for a weapon fighting along random Disney characters? Well, okay, maybe some of you, but I was definitely not convinced. But of course, this blew me away with its fighting, its levels, its story, and its remarkably memorable enemies. Oh, and on that subject of enemies, who remembers the first enemy you encounter? Shadows. Aww. Am I supposed to feel threatened by these little things? Look at them. They're so adorable. They made plushies based on these things. And I want one. I want 10. They're like popcorn, no effort needed. And the best thing is they put serious music when you first encounter them. I mean, really? Yeah, it's serious, alright. A serious case of look at you, nibbling at me thinking you're doing damage. Come here, let me give you a kiss. Oh. Fuck. Goomba! Yes, another enemy has made the list, and it's the humble brown Goomba. He has sharp teeth, he has angry eyes, and he works for Bowser in his quest for some peach booty. But honestly, what was Bowser thinking hiring these little munchkins? Really, do you ever feel threatened by these hilariously cute little guys? Look at the way they charge at you with their cute little angry faces, the little pellet steps they make, and the fact they barely do anything to you at all. They're so silly, so dumb, and so gosh darn cute that they had to make the list somewhere. Number 6 to be precise. Look at her. Just look at her. You don't need a reason. I'm a sucker for pixel art, and the first pixel art character I just dropped dead from the cuteness was from Fez. That little white marshmallow with the fez. It's a fez, and the game's called Fez. Smart. Gomez, this cutie always brightens up my day whenever I see him do anything. When he's curious, woo! When he's smiling, yeah! And when he's... well, okay, that's literally the only faces he has. And seriously, do you need anything else? Gomez is cuteness in its simplest of forms. No bells and whistles, no cute clothing, not even a cute voice. Hell, he doesn't even have a voice. It's his curiousness, his excitability, his stumpy little arms and legs. Ah, so cute! He's cute, plain and simple. Really, really plain and simple. As vanilla as you can get. But this vanilla is made with real beans from Madagascar. As in, it's good quality. Good joke, Terry. Yeah, that was a great joke. Like a vanilla bean from Madagascar. Phoenix Wright is ridiculous. Ridiculously dramatic. Ridiculously funny. Ridiculous setups. Ridiculous murders. Ridiculous breakdowns. Ridiculously delish music. Ridiculously silly typos. A ridiculous lore system. And most importantly, a ridiculously cute character. Maya Fey. Objection! Of course, we're talking about Pearl Fey. This cute as fuck little thing, look at her! She's the most adorable 8-year-old I've ever laid my eyes on. Whenever Maya gets kidnapped, I think most people say,
Yes, we get to be with Pearl!
Plus, she's a spirit medium. Fuck yeah! Especially when she transforms into Mia and, things. Cute things, sorry. But that's just it. I mean it. She's endearing, yet powerful, and she isn't really aware of that herself, and she retains that innocent charm even into her teens. Pearls, we all love you. Don't ever change. Well, okay. Change sometimes. Woohoo! Boobs. You know what's cute? Yoshi. You know what else is cute? Babies. Well, okay, they can be gross sometimes. Frequently, all the damn time.
So what happens when you mix Yoshi with babies? Probably Yoshi sex. Yeah, that probably exists.
Let me look it up. See? We have truly succeeded as a species. No, of course, I'm talking about Yoshi babies, specifically from Yoshi's Story. Look at the way they run, the way they eat, the way they do absolutely everything! You know what? I'm not even gonna talk anymore. Just marvel at the cuteness.
And before you bitch to me about leaving certain characters out, here are the special mentions.
Kari, Advanced War Soldiers, the whole of Fantasy Life, Baby Luigi and Baby Rosalina, Luma, all these goddamn Pokemon, K, Kirby, Okami Den, Toon Link, Cream and Chow, Cleanoa, Bomberman, that thing from Cut the Rope, Toad, Meat Boy, Emma Sky, Medley, Walnut, the Prince, Dip Ichigo, Samuel L. Jackson. Animal Crossing is the cutest and most relaxing thing in the world. I had to put it on the list. But with such a wide cast of characters, it would nearly be impossible to pick just one. And personally, I think some of my villagers are the sweetest things ever. We have Kit Kat, who is a goddamn zippity-zoopity cutie pie. Peanut, Melba, Filbert, and Fauna, who are so cute they're never allowed to leave. Oh my god, that really hurt. But these are characters that not many people know because, well, they aren't major characters in the game. They're personal connections. So then I decided, alright, which one of the constant characters should be on the list? I mean, the Nooklings are so cute. LaBelle and Sable are freaking adorable. And Mabel, no one really cares about her. Celeste is so mesmerizingly endearing. So is Pelly. Phyllis is so cute because she's such a bitch. Ah, God, I love her. Oh yeah, then there's Kix, Digby, Brewster, Gulliver, Trina, Booker, Cyrus, Reese, Harriet, Porter, Katie. As you can see, with such a variety of cute characters, who could I possibly pick? Isabelle, fuck you, I'm putting Isabelle here. Look, I know that you probably saw this coming because I love Animal Crossing more than I love chocolate, sex, and Smash Brothers. And then they combined. now in stores. But Isabelle is just the cutest character in video gaming to date. Why? Because not only does she look adorable as Sin, but she also acts adorable as Sin. She's the one who greets you to the new town. She's the one who greets you every day when you boot the game up. She's the one who waves you goodbye. She's the one who helps you get public work projects set up. The one who sets up holiday festivities. The one who has a goddamn bell on her head that jingles with every step. Isabelle is perhaps one of those perfect friends who is always happy to see you and devoted to the T. There's an unbreakable bond one has with Isabelle when you play Animal Crossing New Leaf. Sure, we don't see her every day, and sometimes we get caught up gawking over the cute villages, taking her for granted. But Isabelle will always be there when others move out, and her cute exterior is only a fraction of what makes her so damn adorable. And that's why she is the cutest character in all of video games. According to one guy in his bedroom making an arbitrary list.
Hey Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, something really weird's going on my laptop.
Really? Well, tell me what's going on. Maybe I'll look
Really?
TerryByte.
Crazy Frog, also known as the Annoying Thing, is perhaps one of the first memes I was introduced to, gracing me with its dulcet tone. I remember them especially from the obnoxious phone ads. Possibly the most famous of these videos is the Axel F music video, set in an intertwining highway within a city.
So, in the height of the popularity of Crazy Frog, Neko Entertainment decided to develop... It's gonna hurt.
Okay, so after fearing that my PS2 will melt, the title screen shows its ugly face. Yeah, not great, but hey, what did I expect from Crazy Frog Racer? This really exists? So anyway, we got 8 characters to choose from. We have the Annoying Thing, of course, and the drones from the music videos, but I have no idea who these other people are. Got a gangster ass squirrel, Death from the Hood, some fat ninja with bananas? What? Chef Ramsay, some boys in roller skates, and the token girl. Now there are 4 cups in the game, so let's start with the baby cup.
Let's just get this over with.
At first glance, this doesn't seem horrific. I don't even know what to say. Should I even make a comment? Well, I guess, seeing how I got a script to fill out. Well, alright, the handling is kind of wonky. It feels extremely slippy, and it doesn't feel like you're turning accurately. You have to jiggle the analog stick all about to get a good angle. I know it doesn't look horrible, but the way it controls leaves a lot to be desired. But, yeah, wow, this isn't a horrific steaming pile of shit.
Honestly, I thought this was going to be beyond shit. The worst game in my collection. Well, apart from... But this isn't a soul-crushingly bad game. Guess I just gotta finish it and move on to the next one. Easy. Okay, the pain's starting to set in.
This is so unbelievably boring. Like, I can't believe how tedious this is. It makes no attempt at making itself engaging. The characters barely say or do anything. You just go through the course bumping into everything because the handling is awful, and falling off constantly because sometimes the barriers just decide to disappear. Honestly, where is the color? Like, anything at all? It's so bland. I have a feeling I'll be using that word a lot. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, perhaps the next course will be more interesting. After all, there are 4 cups, I'm guessing with 4 races each, so 16 courses. So at least there's a good amount of tracks. Didn't I play this already? It's the same setting. Yeah, I mean, oh no, there's a slightly different turn there.
Oh god, do I have to play in the same city for the whole cup?
Wow. I'm not sure if this is lazy or if they were thinking outside the box, but this entire cup is just set in this drab city with a couple of different turns each course. And these new turns are blocked by a little tiny wall that you can easily fly through or jump over. That's not good enough of a warning, guys! This isn't street racing like in Need for Speed Most Wanted, this is a kart racer. You need to be able to understand the course and clearly see the turns. Speaking of the kart racer element, I guess we gotta talk about the items. Admittedly, the item system is somewhat unique, at least from what I've seen in terms of a kart racer. With sort of a snowboard kids flavor, you have a list of items that you can use and it all costs money, which you have to collect from these coins. Not a bad idea, I have to say, but man, these items are bland. We have some mines, a laser, missiles, a nuke, and a boost. What a selection. Hell, even if you get hit by these things, it doesn't seem to affect you too much. You know, for a game called Crazy Frog Racer, there isn't a lot of crazy now, is there? There's only one item here I use, the boost, because it makes the race end a bit quicker. Let's just spam this and get out of here.
Oh, goodness.
You don't even stick onto the track. Every little hump and hill you face, you launch off it like you're Bob Burnquist. 95% of the time, if you use that boost, you're going off the edge, mate. Which means you can't even speed up to get this over with. You have to stay put and gun it out.
It's as if the game is punishing you for picking it up in the first place. Oh, you want to finish the race? Well, take it slow and steady like the bitch you are.
This is just the first cup. The first damn cup, and I'm suffering from immense boredom. I've got a headache because of the jerky camera angles. I just want to see a different track, but I gotta finish this bland one first. This isn't a game. It's a test. A cruel, sadistic test to challenge your perception of entertainment and engagement. You have to endure bland colors and repeating tracks, resist the urge to speed through, because you will be punished. You just have to take it slowly and carefully. And where's the fun in that in a kart racer?
No, you know what? I'm gonna complete this damn cup. I need to see what the developers put in this game. There are 4 different cups, meaning 4 different tracks to race on, and I've got to see them. I just want to see some different colors.
Well, that's definitely a congratulations screen. It's not even gold. It's just green. Okay, yeah, fuck you. Next cup, the funny cup. Alright, Crazy Frog Racer, show me what you got. It's the same setting. The same goddamn city. The same bland colors. All the same.
You know, I would be angry at this game. I really would, but usually results in me making a bad video.
Oh yeah, this is a funny cup, alright. A sadistic prank. The developers are just laughing in their seats.
How funny are we? We'll make one giant course and then make them race on different parts of the whole game. We're so goddamn funny!
I can't do this anymore. I really can't, guys. I want to show you the rest of the game. I want to show you all of its content, but I can't subject myself to this boredom. So you know what? Screw it. I'm cheating. There has to be a code online.
Ha, here we go. Unlock everything. Complete the game and you'll unlock 2-player arena, crazy cow, and special cup. Alright, first of all, that is not a cheat. That is not even worth putting up onto the site. Secondly, your username is a complete lie. I hate you, cheater. Upvote that. Honestly, there's not much more to say about this Ball Fest. Well, okay, there's actually a lot more I could say. I do love how there's a neon lit advertisement for a strip club. You know, for kids. These races are far too long. How long are the races in Mario Kart on average? Around 3 minutes max, right? Well, some of these races can be up to 5 minutes long. And there's 4 of these goddamn things. Hell, the first Baby Cup took me 16 minutes, and that felt like an hour. So after 20 minutes of this hilarious cup, I unlocked the Crazy Cup. And it sure is crazy, because you'll never guess what it has in store. No, go on, guess. Guess what it has? Guess. The same damn city. Crazy! You know, by telling me I'm going at like 250 miles an hour, it doesn't exactly speed up the gameplay when it's this bland.
No wonder this game's bad. The programmers couldn't even count to 3.
Half an hour to get through this miserable cup. That's insane! Get it? Because it was a crazy cup? Please kill me. The special cup, the final frontier. I wanted to do this because I was curious to see who the secret character was, to see if I missed anything else in this game. So I selected it because I was ignorant. I didn't know the commitment, the hardship, the time it would take. Go on, guess, how long does it take to complete the special cup?
1 hour! 1 whole hour to finish this, really? I know what you're thinking. All the developers, they put in some super long tracks as a final challenge. But they didn't. They didn't even do that.
Oh, that's right. They make you play all the previous tracks from the 3 preceding cups. That's it. They didn't even make 16 tracks. They made 12. Bullshit.
1 hour. You know what I could have done in 1 hour? I could have made a souffle. I could have watched a couple episodes of The Simpsons. I could have watched Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and got halfway before Cedric even dies.
And what do we get rewarded with? This character. Brilliant.
Crazy Frog Racer is a really bad game. But hey, you already knew that by looking at the title, didn't you? But it's different. It's an amazing feat of boredom and blandness that I've never felt before. A baffling lack of passion and care put into a game. And of course, a quick cash grab on an internet fad that wasn't even that popular to begin with. And could you believe they even made this on the GBA? Yeah, and you raced in Australia in that. It's still shit, but I'm glad it's all over and done with. I don't have to play Crazy Frog Racer for hours on end until it gets dark outside. And now I can just forget about the game's existence, because there's nothing else to say about Crazy Frog. Oh no. It's not as bad as the first one. Oh boy, what game do I review? There's so much choice in my library.
TerryByte.
It was 3 AM. I was sitting in front of my computer, browsing YouTube and just killing time instead of sleeping. After a blur of strange videos, questioning my sanity, and not paying attention to anything on the screen, I caught myself watching Hello Kitty in Wonderland. I thought, what the hell am I doing with my life? But then, inspiration struck. Because I remember I owned a Hello Kitty game, but after buying it from a garage sale, I never actually played it. Why did I buy it? I don't know. But look at the cover. How can you resist such cuteness? Easy, you don't buy it, and hence you don't waste your money.
But I bought this, so I have to play it, I guess. I mean, I always give the games in my collection a chance. All of them have some redeeming qualities in them. All of them.
Now, for those of you who don't know, which is none of you, Hello Kitty is the mascot for Sanrio, which was sold on one thing. Looks. Well, okay, a cute white cat with a bow, which has now been around for over 40 years. She's been on everything from pencil cases, bags, dolls, condoms, what?
So obviously video games were also made to cash in on its success. And we all know how good cash-ins are.
But hey, this looks cute enough, and I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Ooh, free gift inside? Alright, let's go open, huh?
Why, Hello Kitty? Why did you lie to me?
So what's the story? I'm guessing maybe the roller skating rink was closed down and we have to bake cakes to raise money? Oh, maybe animals got lost and we have to go in roller skates to save them? Or maybe it's a cute racing game? Oh no, I got it. Maybe we gotta deliver cakes and presents to people around town. Or maybe aliens come over and try to destroy the planet and Hello Kitty has to don her Sailor Moon stuff outfit and roller skates and destroy all of the aliens. That is awesome. You heard right. Hello Kitty Roller Derby, the video game, is a beat 'em up. Yes! So after this FMV, we are taken to Hello Kitty's house. Oh, what soothing music. Sure is fitting when there's a fucking alien invasion in town. My god, the family doesn't even care. Look how happy Papa is. Does he not even care about the well-being of the townsfolk?
Ah, that doesn't get annoying at all.
Let's get started, and oh my god, these controls. I don't know how to explain this. It's amazing how just slightly off these controls feel. It's not broken by any means, but it feels so unresponsive at the same time. Your movement isn't smooth, you jitter back and forth, causing the camera to make really jerky movements. You have a basic attack and a jump. Plus, we also get a dodge that isn't that useful, but you can at least chuck an Ocarina of Time with them. Well anyway, after being noticed by the alien cube, with a Metal Gear alert and all, time to beat on bad guys. Oh, look at her go, she's vaporizing them with her heart wand of death like it's nobody's business. Hello Kitty likes her aliens just like her fish. Dead. It's nice and easy to pick up and play, which is great for its intended audience, which is clearly not me. The one thing to describe the look of this beat 'em up is cute. I mean, it's colorful, it's basic enough, and all around has the really feel-good aesthetic that Hello Kitty can bring out of everything. Yes, even making Xenocide cute and fuzzy. Boy, these aliens sure haven't done a lot of damage. Just a couple of walls broken. Hell, Link causes more destruction just looking for rupees. Anyway, the objective of the first mission is to save Mama, and boy is she a little bit too happy and nonchalant about the destruction of her town. Yep, that's alright, just dust off your apron, the timing really calls for it. Wait, wasn't Papa smiling at home? So he knew that his wife was trapped and could be dead, and he doesn't even care. Hell, he looks happy! Oh, thank god, I never liked the bitch anyway. So, how does Mama react to Hello Kitty promising she'll fight against the invasion? Oh, that's wonderful. We're all so proud of you.
I mean, what does she have to do? Does she have to find world peace, end famine, cure all cancers, and stop an alien invasion just to get a good job sticker?
And with that, we get the victory dance.
Mary.
We should really start the next level, but oh boy, what can I wear? Perfect. The aliens are trying to take over a food court, and we are ordered to destroy, I repeat, destroy them before they take it down. You know, a food court really isn't a big deal, guys. How about protecting the mayor or saving your friends? No? Just a food court? Okay. And this is where I learned about the ultimates. You can charge this bar over here, and by pressing circle, you can unleash either a spinning attack of pure carnage, or my favorite move ever, the love beam.
Wind, water, heart.
Next level. Oh wait, before we do that, change our outfits. Fashion comes first after all. You're going to wear a swimsuit into an alien battlefield? Wow, Hello Kitty is really showing off that midriff. I didn't know we were playing Charlie's Angels. It's not like it matters, these aliens are so harmless. They don't even have weapons and haven't done a lot of damage to the town. Oh god, a tank? A tank? Glad to know we got this lovely jingle to introduce us to this boss. I'm so glad I'm witnessing Hello Kitty take down a tank with explosives in a bikini. Just really adds to the experience. Am I supposed to find these aliens threatening? A cube, a candle, a dishwasher? None of these are even remotely dangerous looking, not even weird looking. Come on guys, give me something to actually look at. Is that a washing machine with duck feet, rocket launchers, and a periscope for an eye hellspawn?
That escalated quickly.
The camera's pretty rubbish in this game. It constantly fights against you and jitters about, giving me severe headaches. Even doing something simple like turning around seems to completely screw with the camera logic and get stuck in a wall. It really doesn't help when you can't even see the enemies charge at you. Cheap ass candle. Probably isn't even scented. Come on, get up there. 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 Jeez, Hello Kitty. You got enough posters of yourself put up? On to the next level and... Wait. Gotta change my costume. Now we're in space. Legitimately, no explanation to how we got there, not even a cutscene. We are just in the mothership of the aliens. How can these aliens run a spaceship if they have no arms and only have duck feet? No, we are not seeing those things again. So now the ship's core. Better not get hit by those lasers, otherwise I get turned into a cute robot. And boom, we blew up the ship. But what's this? The ship turns into a transformer and still wants to destroy the Earth? Oh no! I better go stop it! Right after I change my outfit. The last stage is that everyone is charging up a giant laser to destroy this robot, but they have to charge it up with exercise bikes, because Slippy here forgot the battery. Idiots! So you have to stall it by using bombs and cannons. And believe it or not, it's actually kind of epic. For a Hello Kitty game, I mean. You witness this giant robot destroying buildings and use machine guns to try and mow you down. Oh, the tragedy. Oh, the explosions and the gunfire. Oh, the cute epicness of it all. And with that, we destroyed the robot and everyone is happy. The genocide is now over and now Hello Kitty can go back to her regular cute self, suppressing her pent-up murderous rampage once more until some other poor unsuspecting soul crosses her path. But hey, at least her family is just so proud of her.
Believe it or not, I actually sort of enjoyed playing this. I mean, I wouldn't go back to it, but it's an innocent beat 'em up and it's cute and it's super easy. I was expecting complete and utter garbage. And what I got was a paper bin. Yeah, that's a good analogy. If you want to play a cute and fuzzy game where you vaporize an entire race of aliens on roller skates, then this is the game for you. Or, you know, if you're a little girl. I kind of forgot about that. I realized I've talked a lot about the Wii series. Hell, I've made 2 videos on Wii Fit and Wii Play. I've talked about Wii Sports, and you know my opinion on Wii Music. And while there are plenty of other games in the Wii series, they're all pretty innocent and fun. I want one that's erotic and stimulating and sensual. So how about We Dare? No, actually, that's pretty stupid.
TerryByte.
The cover of We Dare always intrigued me. What with the flirty fun, the pink handcuffs, and the pink rubber duck, We Dare was released for the PS3 and Wii and really tried to advertise itself as a sexy party game. It apparently had spanking and stripping and was made for that naughty adult fun. I remember passing it in an EB Games once. I was 15 or 16 and anything remotely sexy got my attention back then. It was right next to Playboy the Mansion and at least made me curious.
Now, I didn't buy it back then. I just bought this recently for $3 at my local game store. Because, how can you resist pink fluffy handcuffs? Let's just pop this in.
Ubisoft? Really? Ironically, if you look at their site, you won't find We Dare on their list of games at all. That's not a good sign. That's some music you've got there. Wow, it has 2 whole layers. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the music plays when you press A and B. Oh, We Dare. How dare you? First, we should set up an avatar. I thought these characters were supposed to be sexy. I'm not sure that body figure is that suggestive. I'm not trying to say that having a belly is bad, but the women look curvy. I thought girls like some muscle on a guy.
I would do that character creation montage thing that everybody does, but honestly, the options are so limited.
This is the best I could come up with. What's his name? Bujley. I guess we need a girl too. Oh, how about Gregory Cyrus? Yeah, I mean, she's perfect for a smutty game like this, and by far the most appropriate character. Oh, screw it, that's fine. It's Greg Cyrus now. Happy now, We Dare, happy now! So every round, we get to pick out of 3 randomly generated minigames. So this is going to be pretty hard to review since there's no way of going through every single one. So this first game is pretty interesting. You put the Wiimote in your pocket and have to shake your hips to change your costumes to the right time period. Easy enough. Nope, it's not. You have to shake your hips so violently in order to make it change costumes. Every time I fear I'm gonna dislocate my hips. Next. Okay, just dance. Alright. Well, this is thrilling. I thought this was supposed to be a sexy, flirty game. Instead I'm dancing like a jackass. Oh well, at least it's short. Next. Again? Really? Oh God, what? Was it really such a great concept I need to do it twice in a row? The dance moves aren't even erotic. What is this? The I just farted and I want you to smell it? Where's the stripping, the spanking, the pink fluffy handcuffs? Well, maybe I just got unlucky. Maybe I got the same minigame twice. Oh my God. And this one is longer and more complicated without any on-screen instructions. I mean, it's nothing complicated, but what am I supposed to do? I can't telegraph what they want from me. I can't even tell if I'm doing the right thing because there's no indication of how I'm going. Either I get points or I don't. By the way, a Broadway musical? Man, that's just steeped in pink fluffy handcuffs. Okay, next. Alright, in this one we have to dance.
Spy on me, baby, you satellite.
Huh. That's a really strange cover. I mean, it sort of sounds like Tom Jones and it's trying its hardest, but you can definitely tell something's off. But that's not the big problem here. Why put on-screen instructions for a dance minigame where the motions are super simple and yet you make me do this, without stimuli? Oh yeah, just chuck a lift in the middle of the living room. That's safe. But taking off the Wiimote wrist strap? Not safe. In fact, 16 of these challenges are Just Dance Light. So really, the number of minigames are already cut by half. Strange, considering how Ubisoft developed Just Dance. Maybe We Dare was an experiment, a test run for Just Dance. I guess that's mildly excusable. I mean, Just Dance was released in 2009. The motion controls weren't great back then. And this tester was released in 2011. 2011? Ubisoft released Just Dance 2 by then. What the fuck? So somehow we got from this in 2009, to this in 2010, to this in 2011. You know, I wouldn't mind this so much if I was able to have free reign to pick each minigame, but I don't. Every time you finish one, you have to go back to this lobby where only 3 minigames can be picked, and sometimes they give you the exact same selection. That's great. Especially because of the loading times. Oh. And to make up for it, they try to put in facts in these loading screens to entertain us. And boy are these facts sensual. Orgasms can be a powerful painkiller, so headaches are in fact a bad excuse. Oysters are natural aphrodisiacs for men and women. Married women tend to have affairs when they're not happy with their relationships they're in. Men are just as likely whether or not they are happy in their relationships.
Well, that's nice to know.
There are around 100 million acts of sexual intercourse every day. In 2000 BC, Egyptians used crocodile and elephant dung as a contraceptive. Ew. Pheromones are individual scent prints found in sweat that, I can't be bothered reading all that text. Scientists tell us that falling in love is physiologically the same as addiction.
10% of men and 8% of women are left-handed.
The rest of the minigames don't fare much better. Much like Mario Party 8, the motion controls are so token. You can climb up or down a building by jerking off a Wiimote, or go under a limbo bar, but you can just put the Wiimote on the floor and kick it to get the best score possible, or try to balance on a bucking bull. But honestly, that's it. I played for a good 2 hours, and I rarely got any other minigame apart from those Just Dance wannabes.
Maybe I'm not playing this right. I mean, after all, this is a sexy party game. Maybe it's made for, well, a party. At least more than one lonely person.
Hey Jay,
What? Wanna have some flirty fun with me? I'm breaking up this friendship with you.
So with more than one player, there are other minigames that open up. We have this one game where we have to lean against each other while staying under an umbrella, and another where you have to blindfold the other person and tell them what to do. That was fun, for me I guess. And then we have quiz games, because that's what's sexy, right? Quizzes about music, TV shows, and general knowledge.
Because when I want to seduce a girl, I always watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, Eddie McGuire. Oh, he just supersedes all erotica. But you know what? We were still forced to play a lot of dancing minigames. And boy was that fun.
Well, that was a load of crap. Not one thing on the cover was reflected in the game. But saying that, there was one minigame I really did want to try. The Apple minigame.
This was like the cover game, the one that the ads went to, and luckily I did get a chance to play it. The idea is that you have to hold the Wiimote by the wrist strap and hang it between two people, and try to press A and B together without using their hands. Now, that actually sounds kind of fun.
Well, at least more erotic than the other minigames. Hey Jay, you wanna play? Well, I guess I can attempt to play it by myself. It can't be that hard after all.
drop the weapon now!
Jeez. Jay?
We have the code 0212220006, possession of Wiimote without wrist strap. Jay, get him.
You're worried, but it's fun. Jeez.
You have the right to remain silent. Jay, get this weakling out of here.
By the way, this minigame sucks.
Oh my god.
TerryByte.
People often accuse me for being a Nintendo fanboy. I don't know where they got that idea from. But in fact, Nintendo had very little to do with my childhood. In fact, I was a PS1 guy in my early days of video gaming. And there were two games out there that really captivated me back then during the PS1 era. And that would have to be Ape Escape and A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life. One of the first Pixar movies that made me into a drone that will now applaud anything that amazing studio puts out. I watched it during vacation care when I was little and was hooked immediately. The story, the characters, the colors, the concept, they all made me near obsessed with this flick. Woody Allen Ant and Jennifer Lopez Ant had nothing on this Pixar classic. But because my parents didn't want to rot my mind by buying me the movie on VHS just so I would watch it for hours on end, they instead bought me the game. That's some solid logic right there.
A Bug's Life is definitely one of the few movie licensed games out there that really stuck with a lot of people of my generation. Hell, I know a lot of my friends who have very fond memories of this game. And this time I made sure, unlike Banjo-Tooie. Seriously, where the hell were you guys in that? I didn't know so many people liked that game. But the reviewers out there definitely didn't agree, so it really conflicted with me on whether or not this is a great game. I mean, I put so many hours into this, but was I just being a stupid little kid, or did the reviewers fail to see the magic this gem holds? Let's pop this bugger in.
Well, let's go down memory lane.
Follow me.
Ant Island.
Oh, good lord, these graphics did not age well. Just, the textures and, Flick's face. We're in for a good time. Alright, let's get used to these controls again. Oh, I see. Yeah, this feels about right. Flick moves like he's on ice. On the dirt. Maybe it's my controller, but this is going to take a lot of getting used to. So this is your basic 3D platforming adventure, split up into 15 short levels that are set in different parts of the movie, such as the anthill, the city, and canyons. Sprinkled throughout are many different collectibles, like so many of these early platforming adventure games, and also a variety of enemies. How do we defeat them? Well, you can squish them, which I don't think is physically possible, unless Flick has the mass of a dying star, or by throwing berries. And these berries are... Wow, that is violent. Remember the days when graphics were so primitive that seeing your enemies flying into bits wasn't seen as violent? You know, Flick is just throwing berries around that his colony could be using as food. Instead, he's dismembering innocent bug life. Flick's a prick, but Flick doesn't care. Flick don't give a fuck.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. A real gangster type player plays his cards right. A real gangster.
Throughout the levels, you can also upgrade your berries, which bounce off bigger enemies, leaving Flick to pout.
These berries don't work.
Alright, no need to be a dick about it. Flick's a dick. 2 blueberries, green homing berries, and purple. And this upgrade system is quite varied. Some levels have a somewhat linear approach to the berry upgrade system, but others require you to go backstage to reach it after upgrading seeds, which I'll go into later. Other levels have none of the berries floating around, and instead you have to find tokens to plant berries and hence gain upgrades that way. So this really kept me guessing on what each level will be and how I should go about them and how I can get the elusive gold berry, which isn't homing. So why the hell would you want this? Because killing enemies with this berry does not cause enemies to respawn, and 100% extinction of all bug life is Flick's ultimate goal. Speaking of which, apart from just completing the goal of each level, you can also try to collect 50 bits of grain, collect 4 letters to spell Flick, man that's so 90s, and kill all enemies with the gold berry to 100% a level. And what's the reward for that? A terrible quality clip from the movie. Remember when actually watching clips from the movie was exciting? Yeah, me neither. You can also collect tokens that open up and upgrade the plants you can blossom using seeds around the level. You can plant leaves to jump on, vegetation that give Flick health and buffs, and mushrooms that you can bounce on, or flowers that lift you high into the air and make you... Oh, Flick, you're gonna vomit from all that spinning. Flick's sick. Although I have to say, I wish I could spin endlessly, but only Flick can. It's Flick's trick. I'm honestly surprised that so much thought and effort was put into a licensed game. This could have easily turned into a subpar platformer like Toy Story, but instead they try to create varied levels and strategies to spice up the gameplay.
I can definitely see where the love for this adaptation came from. For a young mind who is absolutely captivated by the movie, this is a great way to engross yourself in that world. But it does have its misses.
Because there is no incentive to collect anything, all that delicious level design is lost, and hence each level can take as little as 5 minutes. While nowhere near perfect, a lot of thought went into each level on how to gain better power-ups and hard to reach collectibles. But you can just gun for the end and complete it in a matter of minutes. Look how quick the first level is if you ignore the collectibles. Boy, Flick's quick. Hell, I'm sure you can complete this game in under 2 hours if you just didn't care about any of the bonus movie clips, which have the video quality of Night Trap. Another fault is that all the boss battles suck. All of them follow the same formula. Red berries don't work on them.
These berries don't.
Yeah, I know, Flick. So you have to find a way to collect blueberries and spam it until they die. That's it. With all the effort gone into making varied levels, I would have thought the bosses would have some diversity. I mean, at least they're short, but man, I just wish.
Holy shit, he exploded!
Flick's a crick. Slayer. Oh yeah, he's a grasshopper.
But the boring bosses are not the biggest flaw, no. The biggest flaw is the controls itself.
I could not get used to these controls. I really couldn't. The controls are so unbelievably slippy, and there is ridiculous momentum Flick carries when you just want him to stand. Flick just walks off the edge because of this weird momentum. It's like the developers looked at Mario's momentum from the original game, and then decided not to look at Super Mario 64 and thought, yup, this'll work for a 3D platform adventure. No, I mean really. Look at the momentum you carry on after you stop the input. Playing through, I kept on running into enemies when I could have sworn I wouldn't have. I thought this was a hitbox detection problem, or maybe my depth perception was off, making me blinder than I already am. But it wasn't that. It was because Flick kept on moving even after you stopped, so Flick just runs into the enemy like an idiot. And some enemies just respawn out of nowhere or just show up. So even if you have the quickest, flickest reflexes, it won't stop you from running into enemies. It may seem like a nitpick of Flick, but this really gets annoying because although you get 5 hits, you get repeatedly hit because of these lagging controls, and you only get 5 lives throughout the entire game. And once you game over, you have to load back in and be stuck with 0 lives if you saved at that point. That's just annoying, isn't it, Flick?
Yeah!
I'm really torn about this. Playing A Bug's Life again was like a nostalgic trip for me, and it made me feel all fuzzy inside until I faced the slippy controls. It's a platformer where the controls aren't tight and responsive, and just like Glover, if the controls aren't tight and responsive in a platformer, you messed up.
I really want to say the reviews are wrong and they fail to see the magic this gem brings, but I can see where they're coming from. With collectibles that have no weight or incentive, A Bug's Life just becomes a dash to the end. With frustrating controls, platforming becomes a chore. The visuals definitely have not aged well. The shields look like a PNG file, and the font used is, well, inspired? And Flick never shuts up.
This I can use. Well, isn't this nice? Progress. The day started off so nicely. Gotcha! Fresh air. Well, isn't this nice? Ah, the life of an ant. What a beautiful day in my neighborhood. Never too much grain. F-L-I-K.
Man, this is a really tough one. Replaying this, I definitely didn't enjoy every second. But there was something in it that really made me just want to complete it.
One thing to be said is that this soundtrack is pretty jamming. It has a very primal nature vibe and it's really driven. But then the city themes. Oh hey, it's the circus bugs.
Excuse me, but can you handle grasshoppers?
Can we? If you need help handling a crowd, our troupe here guarantees a performance like no other. Why, when your grasshoppers arrive, we are gonna knock them dead!
And the Oscar goes to
Francis from A Bug's Life.
Being a lady bug automatically makes me a girl!
There wasn't really much of a conversation there, but Flick can convince anyone to do anything. Flick slick. Oh, and this is what happens after you defeat Hopper.
Help me! Help me!
Okay, just say your line once here, please. Once? But the script here says, help me twice. No, we're paying you per word. We just need it once. We'll just loop it. Okay.
A Bug's Life has a lot of elements going for it, yet with frustrating controls, I don't know how I tolerated it when I was little. So, with all the flaws that I banged on about, why do so many people have fond memories of this movie licensed game? Well, I just answered my own question there, didn't I? A Bug's Life is a movie licensed game with thought and apparent effort put into its game design. It was faithful to the movie, and yet put its own spin on its source material. With all the garbage movie licensed games out there like Shrek's Treasure Hunt. This is perhaps one of the first times we saw a movie that we all enjoyed, not completely bastardized in a video game format. And that's where its magic lies. Flick, you get a tick. Flick's tick.
You hear that, Charlotte's Web? You could have been like this, but you didn't. You didn't. You just had to go and destroy childhoods like the piece of shit you are.
TerryByte.
Disney sports skateboarding. How it haunts my dreams even to this day. Now, to be fair, Disney sports skateboarding wasn't the skate game of my youth. That would have to go to Grind Session. Does anybody remember that? I don't care, I love it, despite its jankiness. At Vacation Care, there were 3 games available: SingStar, SSX Tricky, and Disney Sports Skateboarding. And wouldn't you know it, we barely touched Disney Sports Skateboarding, and the times we did, we instantly regretted it.
So, being the sadomasochist I am, I looked for this to try and find out why we hated it so much. I actually bought this off eBay for... Hello?
Hey, you prick.
Hey?
Doing a review on Disney Sports Skateboarding, eh?
Yep.
I already reviewed that game, you plonker.
No, you reviewed the GBA version. I'm reviewing the GameCube version.
Well, I still reviewed the game. It's just on a different console that you can watch right here.
So, I found this off eBay for... Yes?
Did you hang up?
So I actually bought this off eBay for $22 whole. That was the cheapest I could find it at that time. Now you might be thinking, why am I telling you this? Well, get the number 22. Now, divided by 10. That's the score it got out of 10. Shit just got real.
Oh sweet Jesus, no. Oh no, I am out. Screw this, I don't care if there's a contract on me, I don't care. Just do it without me, I don't care. This is I'm done. Okay, what is there to really say about this? Well, apart from this disgusting oral assault, Mickey does a sick hippie jump, Minnie does a pretty clean double kickflip, and Goofy somehow rockets up a half pipe without even pushing.
I'm looking too deep into this. Let's just start.
So we have your standard Disney characters, Mickey, Minnie, Pissed Off Donald, Goofy, Max and Pete, all rocking out blank decks and longboarding gloves. Why are they wearing that? What, are we going to be able to do Burt slides? What street skater wears gloves?
I'm looking too deep into this. Let's just start.
Yo, everybody on the home front.
Oh sweet Jesus, no. Oh god, no, I am out. What is this? Is terrible. This is worse than the song. Why do I want to do this anymore? No, keep the money. I'm out. I'm running. I'm off. Well, this abomination of a commentator is the first thing our delicate ears hear before shattering into a million pieces as an act of defiance. It never shuts up. It's worse than Flick. Yeah! Let's see how long it takes for the commentator to shut up for at least a second.
Ready. Here we go!
Come on, you guys, let's go!
Good luck! Great starting gate reflexes. It's anyone's guess what tricks we tried out here today. 360 shove it. Ooh, blowing landings. They still got a shot.
Right?
So in each stage, you have 5 goals to complete, kind of like Tony Hawk Light. You have your basic high scores, some combos, and some collectibles and obstacles. Easy enough. Of course, the controls are busted. Alright, first off, you push forward to go. I hate that. That's like up to jump. Why would you think that's a good idea? In a game which requires you to flick the analog stick in all different directions, why would you want to push up to speed up? Fuck these controls. Fuck you, Caddy, for saying...
It's logical, I guess.
Because it isn't. God. So let's see what's in the trick department. Oh wow. Let's talk about the biggest problem here. Because in order to do these tricks, you need to actually let go of the analog stick before tapping X or Y with a direction simultaneously to execute them. If the analog stick is already tilted when you press X or Y, you won't do diddly squats. Instead, you glide. Oh, you saw that. Don't think I'm pulling some editing trick. This is seriously what happens. That doesn't even follow the laws of physics. So instead you gotta use the triggers to spin, which is fine, but the fact you do this stupid shit still baffles me. It's like a gust of wind picks you up and flings you across while you remain on the same axis. So you might think, what's so bad about this? I mean, it might get some getting used to, but what's the big problem? Well, let's say you're going up to a rail to grind on it, approaching it from an angle, and you want to do a flip trick on it and maybe do a spin if you wanted to. So, as you approach, you give the analog stick a flick to start the rotation and also do a flip trick. But because of the fact you inputted a direction first before the flip trick, you don't do it. And because of the propelling fart, you don't spin, which is what you expected it to do because of the Tony Hawk games. And also because of it, you miss the rail and get no points for the grind, no points for the flip, and not even some points for a spin. So all in all, you get nothing. Nothing except 481 words on how terrible the controls are.
That was the first 5 minutes.
So anyway, let's go skate around and okay, thanks for that. Yep, that was good. These boost pads. They constantly switch and rocket you off in the opposite direction you want to go. Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Oh, come on, Max. You can't even do a 3-shove on flat. You did a lip slide down a huge double kinked rail with an ollie out, and you can't even do a 3-shove on flat? You did the most casual 360 I've ever seen, and you can't 3-shove on flat? You did this, and you can't 3-shove on flat?
I'm looking too deep into this. Let's just cry.
Okay, so I got 10,000 points as one of my goals, and trust me, in this game, it was a struggle. So at least one of the goals can be ticked off. What? I failed? Why? Why? Do I have to complete more goals in one run? I have to do this again? Why? Why? So what you actually have to do is pass 5 checkpoints in each stage within the time limit, as well as try to complete these 5 goals. It's an interesting design choice, I have to say, but these checkpoints aren't just scattered around in easy to reach places, so it makes them fun to collect. They are placed very out of your way. So how are you supposed to find all these checkpoints within the allotted time as well as achieve the goals? Well, see the minimap down there? See that dotted red line? You're supposed to follow that.
Because that's what skateboarding is all about, isn't it? Following a red line like a cat to a laser pointer.
So yeah, you have to follow this little red line in this little square in the corner of the screen. See all that open world you can explore? Ignore that. Look at this. An arrow would work just as well? And even then it goes against your senses. Like here, it's telling me to go down this way, so I hop on the rail, which by the way has no balance bar, meaning you can't fall off. But look, it's telling me to take a right, but there's not enough time for me to process that the first time I played it, so I almost missed it. So that rail, you just gotta ignore it. And after you get all 5 checkpoints, you still have to go to the end before the timer runs out. So it's not just enough to get 5 checkpoints and try to achieve 5 objectives, but you also make sure to reach the end with time to spare. And some of these goals are just ridiculous. All crystals picked up. So how many are there? 576. So after many tries and crying on my skateboard, I beat it. And I gotta see. Okay, yeah, fuck you. Finally, we unlocked the next level. And there isn't a huge selection, ranging from Oceanside Port Hysteria and now we're in the sky. Oh, it's a downhill run. This is how all the maps should have been made if it has a checkpoint system. This is linear. You just need to follow the path. Therefore, the checkpoints work.
Oh wait! No, it doesn't.
Skating games should be about exploring the environment and making up your own lines, but on this map, it'll just lead you to fall off and waste time. And remember, you have to make it to the end before time's up, otherwise the whole run is wasted. Look at all these set pieces that just entice you to go off the beaten track. Huge quarter pipes, rail shortcuts, it's just begging you to take them. But nope, you gotta ignore it all. Just ride down this boring path and pull some tricks so you at least complete one of the objectives before you reach the end. Otherwise, you fail.
Come on, man, speed up. No grind.
Okay, moving on.
The third level is a ship, and this is where I basically gave up. I couldn't even collect all the checkpoints, even following the red line to a T. It's too hard to follow. That's right, following the red line proved to be too much for me. Because this ship has multiple stories. The path keeps crisscrossing and I lose all direction. I wasted too much time falling over and getting lost, and all the stupid glitches. Oh my god, all the glitches. This is glitch galore.
So many that I'm not even bothered to tell you. So, I got a pro in instead. Mikey Taylor. No, not that Mikey Taylor. This Mikey Taylor. What an improvement. Take it away, Mikey.
Well, hello there, Terry, and thanks very much for having me on your channel today. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. As I'm sure you've already mentioned to all of your wonderful viewers here, my name is Mikey Taylor and I run a YouTube channel dedicated to bringing you the best glitches from all your favourite video games. So today Terry asked me to check out this game, Disney Sports Skateboarding, and that can only mean one thing. This game must be full of glitches, so I'm going to go ahead and stick the game in the GameCube and let's see what happens, shall we? I don't know what Terry was talking about. This seems absolutely oh, hold on. Why did that happen? That is definitely not supposed to happen there. Okay, there are definitely some weird things going on here. What? That wasn't my fault? I'm gonna have to give this up in a minute because What?
Well, that could have gone better. Hello?
You gave him a guest spot, and not me?
This game is masterful at doing everything a skate game shouldn't do. Uninspired levels, terrible integration of set pieces, stupid objectives, glitches beyond belief, terrible soundtrack, an announcer who never shuts the fuck up, tricks that aren't even named right, no game feel, and absolutely broken controls. This is by far the worst skating game I've ever played. The only saving grace is watching Donald going... But still, Disney Sports Skateboarding deserves to be punished.
I like Katamari. Here are some songs I like. But first, some ground rules. Rule number 1. There aren't any.
I'm eccentric.
TerryByte.
This may be a weird one to pick. It's a very simple track, not too much to say musically, and hell, some can argue it's a really lazy remix. But to me, there's always been something to this track that made me come back for more. This very soft yet driving force almost represents Katamari itself. It starts off slow but powerful, wanting more momentum and layers, and when it reaches its peak level, it's a force to be reckoned with. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, I can get that, but I do love me some hard floor once in a while. And no, I don't like Stereosonic. Oh good god, this is so Japanese, so melodrama, so anime. From the soft Japanese vocals to the techno beats to those strings, it blends together to make a great track to roll around and soak in the good vibes. Of course, it's a rendition of the famous staple song of Katamari, Lonely Rolling Star, and it's refreshing to see it taken in a different direction to the regular technoing of these songs. There was an element of class put into it that gave it its unique edge, and that snags a spot on this list. Take what I said from number 9. And it's refreshing to see it taken in a different direction to the regular technoing of these songs. And now watch me perform Hypocrisy. Another Lonely Rolling Star remix has made it, and this time it's the technoed, hyped up version of the original. This remix is like candy to my ears. I mean, listen to that intro and tell me you don't imagine sweets, candy and diabetes all being poured into your ears as you listen to its magical properties. Three in a row, baby. It's the original, it's Cutest Sin, and goddamn it has the quirkiness that only Katamari can pull off. For whatever reason, the melody of Lonely Rolling Star is addictive, which is probably why I put in the original and 2 remixes all successively in this list. Some might say that's a boring way to make a list, and to that I say, yeah it is.
One, two, three, cuatro.
Katamari on the Funk, remixed by someone named Senior Coconut. The pulsing energy, the grooves, a strange mix of genres. It's impossible to be mad while listening to this song. Seriously, play this at a funeral and they'll all probably be dancing away while grandma's looking down going, what the fuck? Each verse of this beat has a different flavor, keeping you guessing. From a hyped intro to this weird build up to a breakdown to a quiet bridge, it's all there to keep you on your toes. It was a close call to either put the original Katamari on the Funk or this remix in, but honestly, this is so much more catchy and memorable. There's something about Katamari that makes me raise an eyebrow whenever I hear it. To me, it's strangely mesmerizing, hypnotic almost. Maybe it's because I'm just a sucker for scatting and the chaotic vibes this song pulls off. Chaos is the running theme of Katamari, and this is one of those tracks that perfectly emulate that, while still being controlled just enough that it doesn't fall away into complete disarray. A perfect metaphor. Or maybe I'm reading too deep into it. Probably that. Orchestral versions of the classic Katamari songs in a medley?
Shut up and take my money!
Every time I listen to this, it amazes me how beautiful these classic songs of Katamari that I've learnt to love can sound so different, so majestic, almost poetic, just with a simple change of instruments. It serves as an end to a strange, weird and wacky game with an epic fanfare. I was very close to putting the Royal Academy of Katamari in this spot because I had a more original melody, but I thought to myself, why change what isn't broken? Yes, the melody may not have changed, but my god, it matured. scatting, jazz, driving beat, you know it. It's a Crimson Rose and a gin tonic. One of the most iconic songs of the series. It's here for a reason. I don't need to say a thing. Just listen and see why it's so beloved.
Can miss the sunshine. Na 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 na. Katamari on the swing.
One of the main themes had to make it. It was hard to pick which one to choose, but for me, it has to go to Katamari on the Swing. Why? Because it's swing, god damn it. I actually thought about putting the sexy synthesized remix on here instead, but...
Okay, Mr. Sunshine.
yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It was the vocals that really made me get into this tune. The confident, almost over-the-top lead vocals are what makes this song. It felt grand, like you were embarking on this new adventure, and truly made me feel as if rolling this giant ball of stuff was epic. What more to say, but...
Can miss the sunshine.
This is the reason why I made this list. Seriously, I'm not even lying about that. The rest of the list is fodder compared to the sheer emotion and love I have for this song. Most of the songs of Katamari are upbeat and quirky, really highlighting its core game mechanic. And yet, Que Sera Sera is a song that doesn't follow that formula, that keeps me coming back to listen to it over and over and over. Perhaps it's because it's so gentle, so charming, on surface level, not fitting the catastrophic environment of Katamari. But if you dig a little deeper, you find yourself humming the tune as it becomes ingrained in your memory, and you're happy it did. Perhaps it's because the lyrics are so lovely, so genuine, and yet a sinful play-up of what Katamari is all about. Perhaps it's because it shares the same name as the famous Doris Day song. Whatever the reason is, this is my #1 most played of all Katamari songs. And if you listen to the whole thing just once, you'll easily understand why.
What time is it? Huh. Okay, time to make a new video. Unoriginal. Okay, let's see what's in here today. No. No way. Cedric, what are you doing in there? You're not a meme. Yet. What the hell?
The sharpest tool in the
What are you doing in my swamp?
Thank you very much. I'm here till Thursday.
What
TerryByte.
Shrek, the flagship of DreamWorks movies. After the amazing success of the first movie, this green ogre was everywhere for a while. Much like Minions nowadays, there was merchandise with this green giant being shoved in your face, from cups and shirts to a comic book, holiday specials, a musical, Australian politics, the list goes on.
And of course, a buttload of Shrek games are also made. There are so many Shrek games, it's hard to count. That's how much of a monster hit Shrek was. Now, to be fair, most of them are pretty bad. Big surprise. But I have a vendetta against Shrek's treasure hunt. This game, and that.
I must have watched Shrek at least 30 times in my younger years, and I wanted a video game quite badly. That was until one day, on the Christmas of 2002, I received this from a family friend. I opened it up, saw the green bastard on the cover, and I squealed in delight, popping the piss-colored disc into my PS1, expecting the time of my life. True story.
So, let's dive right into Shrek. Oh, that hurt. What the hell was that? Oh, damn it, I left all the memes loose. Well, I guess I have to use them now. That way they won't appear in any other future videos. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm resorting to them.
Take a good long look, people. Soak it all in. What you are witnessing is the digital manifestation of giving up. You know when you go into an exam that you haven't prepared for, and you look at the first question and you're like, fuck, I can't do this, I'm screwed. But then you collect your thoughts and you think around it and complete the exam and somehow manage to pass? That's because you didn't give up. But these aren't those people. These are the people that sat there and drew dicks all over the paper. They looked at this and went, I give up. That is what you're witnessing right there. Or at least, that's what you would be witnessing if it wasn't for the damn fog. What the hell is causing all this fog? Is someone smoking up a blunt back there? So, what do I do? I'm collecting cake or something, but what's my goal? Well, apparently Shrek lost some stuff for a picnic for Fiona, and you have to go and collect them all, and you just collect items.
This is fine.
Okay, so in each world you have to collect all the items to the area to open up a minigame. See, this is the point. It's a minigame collection with a hub world. Oh joy. Okay, so I collected all these fish bones for a picnic, and now we get our first minigame, fishing. Wow, I have never been so bored in my life. I know fishing ain't exactly the most interesting thing in the world, unless you're watching extreme fishing.
Alright, I can't believe I'm saying this, but give me Big the Cat.
Does this count as a game? There's no time limit, no miscounter, nothing. You just have to persist until you finally win. Oh my god, what is that atrocity? Oh, go away, go away, go away.
Is he gone yet, Cedric?
So yeah, this is all the game really is. Going around, collecting picnic material such as gnomes. What? And then completing the minigame to retrieve another picnic item. Rinse and repeat. There is no menu to fast track to any area or minigame. So in essence, this barren wasteland serves as a menu to the minigames. Alright, what's happening here? It's like DDR, but with Snow White in a tug-of-war situation going on. Oh, it's not in sync either. That's nice. And I lost. Oh my god, that is one of the saddest lose screens I've ever seen. Shrek's dead. That was my fault. He's gone. Forever.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, next minigame, you hit things with tomatoes. It's not good. So this one, we have to lead the 3 blind mice across the table, and do this by...
Simon says. And Simon says this is bullshit.
Alright, on to the next minigame and... Oh my god. I'm not even trying. I'm not trying. It keeps on happening. Hey, this reminds me of those Crash bonus levels. Except the controls are beyond terrible, the platforming is insufferable, and Alright, I'm uncomfortable witnessing that. What the hell is that peanut-shaped thing? That's supposed to be a bear?
Nope. Chuck Tester.
Oh hey, another side-scroller. Joy. Now we're catching flies. You know, this is so boring. I'd rather be watching an unboxing video. Hey guys, I'm gonna be opening a box of Super Mario Maker. So, it's like, you know, and apparently in here there's like a game and an art book and like an amiibo in here, which you can see there. So let's take a look, see here. Oh, cool. Oh, the game's in here. That's cool. It's to be expected, because it's packaged with it, but, you know. We've also got an art book here. That's nice. And now the part that everyone's been waiting for, the amiibo. So let's see what we got here, and... Did a bunny knock over Shrek?
Is that rabbit?
Next minigame we gotta step on rats, and that's the jump animation. Fucking A. Oh my god, it's the last minigame, this is it? This is the one we were culminating to, the last stand, and it's a goddamn side scroller. Oh no! So this is a multi-stage platforming level where we gotta collect 7 pieces of tinfoil for Shrek. Why? To grab a salt and pepper shaker.
Logically.
And the controls are still sluggish. Fitting, seeing how Shrek looks like a goddamn slug.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a good product. Just make shit operate out of thin air without any establishing context.
Alright, fuck it, we finished the level, and what's the end? Shrek pulls off a move that a 14-year-old boy does to a girl in a cinema. And the end.
You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised they bothered to make an FMV cutscene. I'm surprised it doesn't just end on a black screen saying, "The end, we have your money, no refunds." I'm surprised it was translated into 4 different languages so its amazingness could be shared all over the world. I'm surprised that no amounts of memes made this more fun. I'm surprised they made 10 minigames with absolutely no substance. I'm surprised they went through the effort of making a huge boring overworld with a bunch of shitty collectibles instead of making a menu with some slimy green text. I'm surprised they even made music for this game. Why not just silence? That would have cut $2 out of their $15 budget. I'm surprised that they kept Fiona as a human on the cover, even though that if they're dating, she should be an ogre, and hell, she's an ogre at the end anyway. I'm surprised I played this twice because the first time I played it, the footage corrupted and therefore I had to get all the footage again. I'm surprised this got 21%, and that one person actually reviewed it. But most of all, I'm surprised that this was put on the shelves and sold to the public for real money. So ladies and gentlemen, I found it. What is quite possibly one of the worst PS1 games of all time. Its tormenting boredom is a parasite on our game collections and our souls. Its ugly, horrendous graphics is ingrained in our memories. Its glitches and unoriginal ideas has filled my heart with hatred and disgust. But I did it for you. Because no amounts of humor or memes could make this experience enjoyable. It has left me a changed man. And that game is John Cena!
Has it been a year already? A whole 365 days on the firing line? It all went by so fast. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. 18 minutes of reviewing and so-called comedy to come to the conclusion that this game is meh, then a bunch of crap afterwards. With scattered sleepless nights and self-inflicted stress, I wondered if I would still enjoy making videos after a few months. And now, it's already been a whole year. What a journey. It's time to make the 1 year anniversary.
Shit! God damn it! I missed it! I'm late for my own anniversary! Ah! Ah!
I can't believe I missed it. Why didn't you remind me, Cedric? You've changed, man. You've changed.
Alright, time to lucky dip into the boxer game that I never ever play. Nah. Oh, thank God. Whew. Well, Book of Spells. It's Harry Potter related, so I guess it's a better way to spend the anniversary. More so than that.
This here is Book of Spells, a PS3 title that features something called the Wonder Book. What was wondrous about it? Well, by using the PlayStation Wiimote and iToy, it would make this blue book come alive. It didn't seem to sell well to my knowledge, and I got this at my local Target for $3 because they couldn't get rid of it. There were also other games released for the Wonder Book, including Dig's Nightcrawler, for $5. And boy, she looks like she's having fun.
Happy 1 year anniversary, guys! Now, let's learn some dang spells.
From Britain to Africa, hoping to escape punishment for a series of robberies. Elsrickle sneaked back into the country, heavily disguised.
Well, I can't do anything about that. I've got nothing else to show you. All the other Harry Potter games I have are in storage, and quite honestly, there's nothing to talk about with them. So, I guess I've got nothing to show you. But, thank you very much for watching, and... There always has to be a knock, doesn't there? You know, this situation would be bizarre to certain people.
Good day, sir. I hear you're having trouble finding Harry Potter games.
How'd you hear about that?
Well, I've got the perfect remedy for you.
No, this is very concerning. How did you hear about this?
The name's Andy.
Well, that's a very ordinary name for a shoe.
Think just because I'm different from you, that I can't have a regular name and life like you? You think I'm beneath you just because I'm a different being, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Anyway, I'm here to provide the video games of my people.
Your people?
Yes. Bootleg games.
Sorry, that pun was just so disgusting.
I get that a lot.
TerryByte.
Bootleg games are a weird one. They lie in their own world of strangeness, a world without fear of licensing or quality control. And with Harry Potter being such an amazing success, it's only natural that a bunch of bootleg Harry Potter games were made. Whether they were developed because the creators had a passionate love for the franchise, or wanted to make a quick buck, there's something to admire in its awkwardness. Much like the acting in the first Harry Potter movie.
He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't!
The first hack on this list is for the Game Boy Color, called Harley Zhaozi 4, which translates into Harry Boy 4, even though it's about the Chamber of Secrets.
I do love how it just rips scenes straight from the movie onto the Game Boy Color. Most of it is passable except for... So this game is a pretty standard but repetitive side-scroller, nothing to say. Just going around killing rats and... Python muscle men? Wow, Arbok's been lifting, hasn't he? So yeah, nothing really sticks out and...
What the hell is that?
Is that supposed to be Dobby? It looks like a deflated chihuahua. Why hello there, Ronald Weasley. Don't you look dapper, good sir.
Let's move on to the next game, shall we? Harry Potter 2, which was originally called Harry Potter 3 2003, and it's about the Philosopher's Stone. The first one.
Okay, to be fair, I shouldn't pick on someone's lack of English skills, unless it's absolutely hilarious, which I'm doing here. A not usually of nighttime, 4 privet drives. The appeal of Rubeus Hagrid broke circumference of silence. Harry was got by his uncle together with a letter to keep. At Virtuous, think his uncle family to send to keep of 10 year back. Harry Potter receives a sorcery school of enter school the notice. Harry again the platform of the 3/4 at the 9 to take towards sorcery to learn the magic school. Through classification instruction, Harry is divided to Grand Fando school. Grand Fando! Grand Fando!
Better be.
Grand Fando. Okay, so what is this game? It's a shoot 'em up. That's not nearly as funny. Why is Harry wearing blue? He's in Grand Fando, not Ravenclaw. The enemies are really strange. You have dinky little mosquitoes, dogs that throw popcorn, pink blobs that drop pink teeth, fucking Bambi, straight up Minesweeper Mines, and...
Yeah, that's weird, but I've seen weirder stuff in legitimate Japanese shoot 'em ups.
Is that the can-can? Yeah, that is the can-can. More like the can't.
Now the next game, Harry's Legend, is a weird one because it's a hack of Titanic. Yeah, that's right, the Famicom game. And while it does have some graphical and gameplay changes, to me, it's exactly the same horrible mess that we all witnessed in that JonTron episode, so I'm not going to echo his vastly superior review. But I will say this about the game. It's a tit. And it sucks. One year. I think these bootleg games are sucking the comedy out of me. I need to find a game here that's Harry Potter related, but at least real, you know, like, Billy the Wizard, Rocket Broomstick Racing. Can't be worse than any of the hacks. Let's begin. Okay then.
The next game was released by Glory Sun for the Sega Mega Drive, called quite simply Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. All this really turns out to be is a skin hack of Mick and Mac, another Mega Drive game, but with Harry Potter sprites. They're fairly detailed to be honest, and it's not a bad game. It's not great by any means. I mean, there's a lot of problems like trying too hard to be Sonic, the screen is too close so you can't tell where to go or where to jump, but compared to that, this is at least playable, with some pretty funky jams I might add.
Cool! Awesome!
Next is another Game Boy colored game. Its title translating to... Harry Boy the 2nd Edition. The Secretics of the Chamber of Secrets. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Okay, something about Harry looking at Hogwarts, or that could be Gotham City, who knows, and something about Hermione. Alright, well the title screen looks promising enough, let's begin.
biologically a frog! A frog!
And by touching meat, I turn into Harry.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life!
Wow, apparently being in Slytherin allows you to shoot Hadokens. By the way, does this look familiar to you? The blocks, the pipes, the coins? It's Mario.
And I don't mean it's a platformer with coins and all these elements. I mean this is a block by block carbon copy of the original Super Mario Brothers. Just look!
You see? They even copied the warp zone. Wow, this is shameful. Next.
And finally, the last one on the list. Quite simply, Harry Potter on the Mega Drive. Let's see what this brings.
Is this purgatory? Am I nothing now? Can I finally be free of these games? Who are you? Where am I?
You dare break the circumference of silence?
Oh my god, what is this? What is this? What is that orb? What are these graphics? What is this music? So this is a 3D Pac-Man game with Harry Potter. I said that with too little emotion that I should have. So you have these orbs that you need to gather to pass to the next stage. Simple, but everything else isn't. The orbs move at the same pace as you, so you will never ever catch up to them if you chase them. You just have to wander around the stage and hope you run into them. There's zero strategy here, just walk around and hope you don't get hit. Speaking of which, the enemies are just weird. You have an old Japanese samurai without any eyes in a 50s housewife dress, the guy from Spelunky, Fat Dobby, a pharaoh, death. Just give the kid a damn break, would ya? They also run faster than you, so once you're getting chased, you're screwed. There's also a glowing dot that you can collect, which allows you to eat up the ghosts, enemies. Yeah, that's right, Grim Reaper. I've got the power of Ravenclaw by my side. By the way, there's only 3 levels. One in Hogwarts, then this is supposed to be the Forbidden Forest, although it looks a lot more like a jungle than a forest. And Agrabah. Plus, it plays a Street Fighter 2 theme. Oh, and it also takes random movie posters as level screens. Yeah, no one's gonna recognize that. I do love how the title screen has a press start in a strange Banjo-Kazooie font that doesn't match the tone of the, German movie poster.
In fact, I found all these random movie posters and title cards to be absolutely hilarious. I had to see what the ending one had to be. What random movie poster or awkward still from the movie would they steal just for their ending? Just watch.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Bandy, I can't do any more bootlegs. I'm sure there are plenty more, but by God, I can't tolerate any more. Don't give me that look. You want to have some birthday cake with me? Cake, Cedric? Andy, how about you?
You just got a little something there. Let me just get that off you.
So to everyone who has watched me over the past year, subjecting myself to terrible crappy games for your own sick sadistic pleasure, to all the people who have given me kind words, advice, the new friends I've made, I have just one thing to say to all of you. Thanks, I guess.